Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at 15 games to be excited for on the Switch in 2023. On this one, I'm covering all genres, so hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get into this. If you are grabbing anything from the eShop, then consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credits. You'll get 10% off at checkout using code CORNER, and that's instant delivery via email. Also, do note there's a few RPGs in here today, but I had a list dedicated to purely that genre in 2023, so look for that in the pinned comments. Have a Nice Death is currently in early access on Steam. It's a 2D action roguelike, and you'll be taking on the role of an overworked death. Your employees are basically out of control, that's interfering with the balance of this world, and more importantly, your vacation plans. We need to get out into this world now and beat them into shape with 30 plus weapons. It's got stunning visual design and a good sense of humour as well. It's very much, a work environment, and after each run, HR will give you a performance review. Additionally, watch out for the labour department. They might pay you a visit if you pick up upgrades, because that's going to be bad for company culture, and in turn they might give your enemies additional powers too. Metal Slug Tactics looks fantastic. If you're a fan of tactical gameplay like me, then no doubt this is high on your list as well, especially if you're a fan of the characters involved from the Metal Slug universe. A quick shout out here as well to Advance Wars. Hopefully 2023 will be the year we see that as well. The story though, Donald Morden is back and ready for his revenge with an army he has amassed. Expect simultaneous attacks, reinforcements, and artillery, including the title Metal Slug. It's promising roguelike elements as well though, so I'm curious to see how that works in this, genre. I'll always, however, support a new tactical RPG, and it was great to see this spin on the formula. Sadly then, it was due to drop in 2022, but delays they did hit. It's looking great though, hopefully the gameplay backs it up. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is a remaster of a 2008 game for the Wii that never received a Western release. After my time recently with Maiden, I'm here for the photography themed horror. Like Maiden, expect though a major visual upgrade, and I was surprised to see Grasshopper of No More Heroes fame they originally developed this. Story-wise, 5 girls are kidnapped during a festival that occurs every 10 years. They are saved after the incident, but 10 years later, on the same date, 2 are murdered and the remaining 3 are out to basically get to the bottom of what is happening. Expect the camera obscura to be a core mechanic as you battle it out against ghosts and reveal secrets. I just love that system, it's kind of your only line of defense. Kirby Return to Dreamland then is another remaster from the Wii days, but a whole lot easier going. It's the 9th mainline installment for the Kirby series, and it's a platformer that supports up to 4 players locally. No mention yet, but I am hoping to hear online functionality is added as well. Not a lot to add here, honestly. Play as Kirby and copy abilities from swords to whips to a mech that debuted in this entry. If you've had enough then of the core experience, head to the minigames with classics returning and the promise of new additions as well. I'm hoping this gets packed honestly with a whole lot of extra content as well, given the $60 price tag. Disney Illusion Island is another platformer I'm really excited for. One of my favourite games growing up was Castle of Illusion, so I'm all about a new Mickey and Friends based experience. I love the visual style. I know it may not be for everyone, but it's got this almost old school vibe that just really works for me. The idea though, we need to explore this mysterious island and recover $3 to save the world from disaster. So far, character wise, I'm seeing Mickey, Minnie, Goofy and Donald Duck, but I'm hoping to see more as we get closer to release. It supports then 4 players locally, again hoping to hear about online play, and it promises special abilities to unlock, puzzles to solve and bosses to take down. Oxenfree II then was a game I expected to see in 2022. Sadly, again, delays have pushed it back, but it's done nothing to calm my excitement. I'm not even mentioning Hollow Knight Silksong today. It will happen when it happens, and I've given up wishing for it after years. Hopefully, Oxenfree doesn't evolve into that same scenario. The follow-up though to the critically acclaimed narrative adventure, it comes from the masters over at Night School Studios. Little is really known, and no doubt, it's packed full of surprises. But story here, we reluctantly head home to investigate mysterious electromagnetic waves that are causing interference on electrical and radio equipment. It's promising the supernatural, and it can be played standalone or as a follow-up. Pikmin 4, this was announced years ago. I actually thought it was cancelled, but some 10 years later after the last entry, we finally get to see their return. We know very little about this next entry in the real-time strategy puzzle series, but I'm excited to see now where they go. I know they've said it will let you play from a Pikmin perspective, so that should definitely be interesting, but look for updates in the lead up to launch. Bayonetta Origins then is another one that has me intrigued, a fantasy action adventure. It was announced at the Game Awards, and it feels like such an unusual spin-off for a series that is so well known for its mature rating. I mean, our lead typically gets naked for her attacks. That pointed out though, this has a cutesy vibe and seems to be taking us back to her childhood, where we are out to save our mother with an assist from our very first demon that just happens to possess our stuffed toy. As a single player game, we'll be controlling both characters, dedicating a Joy-Con to each, and yeah, I love the overall style of it. That said, I wasn't expecting the $60 price tag, I will admit that. I thought this was going to be a cheaper eShop drop. Theatrhythm final bar line I'm really excited for. Square Enix have had just an incredible 2022, and I hope they can continue that trend into 2023. After seeing Crisis Core on the Switch, I think we need to talk about them working that same magic now on 7 Remastered. This one though, it's a rhythm game that's one big love letter to all things Final Fantasy with over 385 tracks. I believe this takes elements though from past entries, remasters them, and then bundles in new content as well. It's packing then a chibi-like style throughout with fan favourite characters, and if that's not enough, there's a deluxe and premium edition as well, which adds up to a further 90 tracks. That though, of course, as a warning, it comes at a price. The premium edition is $100. Hogwarts Legacy, and this is for sure curiosity from me. How the hell are they going to get this running on the Switch? I just do not see it, I do not know. I also think as an idea, it's promising a whole lot of freedom in this world. That said though, if they do pull it off, it could be the ultimate game in the Harry Potter universe, as it allows many out there to finally have the Hogwarts experience they've always wanted. It's an action RPG, it just feels like the perfect use of this world and cast, and yeah, hopefully they do deliver. The Switch version then, it arrives after all other builds. Hopefully that does not turn into a cloud release. Story-wise though, we are a student in 1800s Hogwarts who holds the key to an ancient secret that could tear the wizarding world apart. The trailer, definitely not Switch. Marvel's Midnight Suns, while we are talking about delays, this was intended to release everywhere but suffered delays on all platforms outside of the PS5, Series X and S, and the PC. I didn't want to wait myself, so I've been playing this on Xbox. Quick plug as well to check out Xbox Corner, linked in the pinned comment below. But I can tell you immediately, an hour in, it's incredibly well done if you're into tactical RPG experiences. If you like the genre, honestly, you should definitely be checking it out. Here though, we are battling against demonic forces and expect everyone from Blade to Wolverine to Iron Man to Ghost Rider. We are essentially though awakening the hunter and building a team to take on these evil forces, the greatest threat we've ever seen. It's another one where I'm curious to see how they get it running on a Switch, but yeah, the trailer again, definitely not running on the hardware. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy was announced at a Direct, and it was by far one of my favourites to see make a return. This can be purchased in one package or actually across 2 volumes as well if you want to protect that bank account and beat half first. In total, it packs 10 games, much like Pokemon though, in the sense from 3 onwards we actually get 2 variations. So for example, Network 3, Blue and Red. Tactical RPGs though, they are classics, and hopefully this leads to some sort of new entry. If there's one problem with Mega Man, honestly, it's that we just don't see enough new games and the character generally just deserves more love. Alongside the games, expect to find a gallery with over 1,000 illustrations, 188 music tracks, filters, and no doubt more. Master Detective Rain Code is a new dark fantasy detective action game from those behind Danganronpa, so you know things are going to get really weird real quick. The story, we play a detective and the spirit that haunts him, solving mysteries in a city where the rain never stops. I'm still not entirely sure what the hell is going on here or what to make of this, but I know I like the sound of it all. A 3D world to explore, investigations, puzzle moments. There are even these phantoms that will try to prevent you from reaching the truth, and you need to tackle them with what's called the Solution Blade. According to the description, that means we'll be slashing at lies and contradictions that come flying your way. I'm hoping here for a surprise hit at 2023. Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun then is a first-person shooter with visuals that are inspired by 90s classics, and honestly, that to me is the perfect combination of elements. I grew up playing Warhammer in the late 90s myself, but this, putting me in control of a Space Marine battling the Chaos Marines, it just sounds absolutely awesome, and I really am a big fan of the visual style. They've promised some modern sensibilities, so I'm curious to see what that means. But honestly, give me pixelated exploding enemies and I will absolutely be happy. The first reveal trailer as well, it doesn't give us a whole lot, it is a teaser after all, but it was enough to immediately throw it on my most wanted list for 2023. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom then is stated to release May 2023. While I've seen the rumours, a new Switch launching at the same time, I don't know, it seems quick, but let me know what you think in the comments. I intentionally keep my channel away from rumours, but it is occasionally fun to hear the speculation. What can I really add here though? For many, Breath of the Wild, it's the best game on the Nintendo Switch, and no doubt many are hoping here for a game that outdoes the original in every way. As far as action-adventure goes, on the system it's tough to name any on par, but this, it's going to be taking us into the skies on a set of floating islands, as well as exploring Hyrule. I'll be here day one like most out there, but with such lofty expectations behind it, I hope it is in perfect condition. And that's the video down. What did I miss? What games are you psyched for in 2023? You know, outside of games, I really would like to see the announcement of a new system, but it seems releases, they're not slowing down either way. If that does happen, they're gonna need to go the same direction as Xbox and PlayStation, with the majority of releases being backwards compatible. With that though, like, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.